Hey, welcome back to Postal Barbecue. I'm Jabin Postal, and today at the grill, we're pulling out the flat top to make the iconic Oklahoma onion burger, and it is incredible. Just like always, I'm gonna put all the show notes for you in the description box below, so make sure to click down there to see everything that you need for this recipe. Also, if you like what we're doing on this channel, consider subscribing for more great barbecue recipes, tutorials, and reviews. Now than that, let's get into the cook. So as I said, welcome back to Postal Barbecue. Today we're making the iconic Oklahoma fried onion burger, and this burger is so good. If you've never tried it, make sure to add it to your list because it's one of those burgers that just is simple, doesn't take a lot of time, and has such great flavor. So this burger first came into existence in the 1920s during the Depression era when money was tight, and so what they did was they put a little bit of meat on the grill as well as loaded it up with some onions because this solved two problems. One, people didn't have a lot of money, and they also needed to be fed and feel full. And so the onions kind of acted as a little bit of a filler so that people would leave feeling satisfied. And so what you're going to need to get started with this recipe is onions, of course. And so I'm using one full onion, and this is going to make two burgers for me. We also have our ground beef. We're using some 80/20 ground beef, and these are about 4 to 4.5 ounces each. And then, of course, we have our buns, some pickles, some condiments to top it with at the very end. And so that's pretty much all you need. And so once you have all of your ingredients together, we're gonna start by slicing our onions. And the goal with these onions is to slice them as thin as possible. And so I'm gonna be using a knife today, cutting them freehand. If you have some sort of food slicer, go ahead and use that because we're looking for almost paper thin onions. And so let's go ahead and slice these as thin as we can and just take your time. We're in no rush here. And so just look at how thin these onions are. You know, they're almost paper thin, they're slightly transparent even. And so these are gonna fry up really nice on the griddle when it comes time to cooking. So let's go ahead and finish slicing these onions. All right, so now with our onions all sliced, we're just gonna break them up. We want them to be separated. So just give them a toss. So with everything all prepared, including our thinly sliced onions, let's go ahead and get our griddle all prepared, nice and hot. We're looking for a range between 400 and 450 degrees. So I let our griddle preheat, and we have a temperature of around close to 450 degrees, which is gonna be a great temperature for cooking these burgers. And so to get started, I'm gonna lay down a little bit of beef tallow. All right, and then to that, I'm gonna take my balls of ground beef, and I'm gonna place those onto the grill. I'm gonna press it down just slightly. And then I'm gonna take my onions. We're gonna place these on top of the burgers. And make sure to be generous with your onions, because it is an onion burger after all. There we go. And then this is the fun part. We're gonna smash it down nice and thin. All right, and then at this point, we're gonna season it with our Mad Cow beef rub today. If you don't have this, you can use some salt and pepper. That goes really nice as well. We're just gonna put a nice, generous coating onto this. There we go. And then we're just gonna let these burgers cook until we have a nice crust forming on the bottom of these patties before we flip it over. So it's only been a few minutes, and so we're gonna flip these burgers. Give it a little press down. So we're gonna place on a little bit of cheese. And then to that, we're gonna add on the heel of our bun on top of the cheese, and you'll see why later on. And then our tops we're gonna place on, and we're gonna toast the tops here. And so what this is gonna do, it's gonna help steam those buns to give them a nice soft texture. All right, we'll take those guys off. Those are nice and toasted. And so we're gonna keep letting these burgers just finish off with those onions. All right, so after just a few more minutes, let's go ahead and get these burgers off the grill. We'll place that on top. There we go, grab the other one. Just look at those burgers. In only a few minutes time, these burgers are all done, and the smell that's coming off them is incredible. And so the reason why we put the cheese on the underside, so it's actually technically on the heel of the bun, is so that we can build our burger the way that we want it. And so I'm gonna start off by placing a little bit of mayo onto my top bun, because I like some mayo on my burgers. And then to that, I'm gonna add on some pickles. So you can't have a burger without pickles, right? Throw some on either side. Then lastly, a little bit of mustard. And then we'll top our burger. And just look at this. Oh my goodness, this looks so good. I can't wait to go for the taste test. All right, guys, I can't wait any longer. This burger just looks too good to pass up. And so let's go for the taste test and see how it did. Oh my goodness. Oh man. This burger is so good. You know, a lot of you know I really enjoy a good simple burger like this, but this one, even though it's simple, has so much depth of flavor. You know, first of all, it's a smash burger, so you get that Maillard reaction on the bottom before you flip it. And then when you flip it over, those onions, they start to caramelize, really just adding so much extra flavor to this burger. You top it with that Mad Cow, some pickles. I'm telling you, this is a burger of champions for sure, and no wonder why it's such an iconic burger. And so if you've never tried an Oklahoma onion burger like this before, make sure to give it a try because it is just so good. You won't be disappointed at all. I need to go finish this burger and maybe even get into the next one. You know, there's no wondering why the Oklahoma onion burger is such an iconic burger. It's simple to make, full of flavor, and can feed a lot of people. Hey, if you want to see more barbecue videos just like this one, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell for more great barbecue recipes just like this one. Also, special thank you to all my patrons out there who help support this channel every single week. Until next time, keep that fire lit and get cooking.